Man, it was one of those bitter cold nights in Detroit, the kind where the wind stings your face like a slap, and you can see your breath curling in the air like a ghost. 12-year-old Jamal, a kid with nothing but a torn jacket and a heart bigger than most, was huddled under a busted awning, watching the world go by. Across the street, Miss Clara's little brick house glowed like a beacon, her kitchen lights spilling warmth onto the icy sidewalk, a warmth Jamal could only dream of. See, Jamal wasn't just another kid on the block. He'd been on his own since he slipped out of a foster home 2 years back, tired of the yelling, the fists, the empty promises. He'd made a home in an old warehouse, sleeping on cardboard, eating whatever he could scrounge. But Miss Clara, this sweet old lady with a laugh like wind chimes, she'd seen him out there, shivering. She'd slip him a hot dog or an apple, no questions asked, just a smile that said, "You're human, kid." That night, though, everything changed. Jamal's eyes caught Miss Clara through her window, clutching her chest, her face twisting in pain. A mug shattered on the floor, and she crumpled like a rag doll. His heart slammed against his ribs. He knew that look, that desperate gasp. His mom, before she was gone, had asthma attacks just like that. Fear screamed in his head, "You're a black kid, Jamal. They'll think you're stealing. They'll lock you up." But Miss Clara's eyes, wide with panic, locked on his for a split second, begging. That was it. He bolted across the street, his sneakers slapping wet pavement, and slammed his scrawny shoulder into her door. It splintered, gave way, and he was in. Inside, it was chaos. Miss Clara on the floor, barely breathing, her glasses cracked beside her. Jamal dropped to his knees, shaking her gently. "Miss Clara, hold on, please." No answer, just a wheeze that sounded like death knocking. He scrambled, searching for her inhaler, his hands shaking so bad he could barely think. That's when Mrs. Karen, yeah, that Karen, the neighbor who never missed a chance to scowl, burst in, her phone already to her ear. "You little punk. Breaking in to rob her?" "I'm calling the cops," she shrieked, her voice dripping with venom. Jamal froze, his stomach dropping. "I'm not stealing. She's dying," he yelled, but Karen wasn't hearing it to her. He was just trouble in a hoodie. Sirens wailed, and before Jamal could blink, cops were on him, cuffs snapping tight around his wrists. The cold metal bit into his skin, and he felt like the world was closing in. "I was helping her," he stammered, voice cracking, but the officer just grunted, "Save it for the station, kid." They shoved him into the squad car, and as the ambulance carried Miss Clara away, Jamal's eyes stung with tears. He'd done the right thing, but now he was the bad guy. At the station, under harsh lights, the questions came hard and fast. "Why'd you break in? Who's with you? What were you after?" The cop leaned in, his breath sour, not believing a word from this skinny kid with dirt on his face. Jamal's chest tightened, memories flooding back, nights alone, dodging bullies, scraping by. He'd fought so hard to keep his kindness alive, and now it was being twisted into something ugly. He whispered, "I just wanted to save her," but it felt like shouting into a void. Then a shift. The door swung open, and a softer-voiced officer stepped in. "Miss Clara's awake. She's asking for you." At the hospital, her son Marcus was there, gripping her hand, his face pale with worry. Miss Clara, weak but fierce, grabbed Marcus's arm. "That boy saved my life, Marcus. Saw me fall, broke my door down, didn't think twice. Don't you dare let them hurt him." Marcus's jaw dropped, shame hitting him like a freight train. He'd assumed the worst, seen a broken door and a kid like Jamal, and thought thief. Now he felt small. Marcus stormed to the station, found Jamal curled up in that cold room, eyes red, but still holding on to hope. He knelt down, voice thick. "Kid, I screwed up. I'm so sorry. You're a damn hero." The cuffs came off, and for the first time, Jamal felt seen. Marcus drove him back to Miss Clara's, the busted door now patched. "You got nowhere to go, right?" Marcus said, softer now. "Stay with us tonight. Mom wants to thank you herself." Jamal's eyes went wide. "All bed. A home?" He nodded, tears spilling, not from fear, but from something new, belonging. That night was just the start. Jamal moved in, shy at first, picking at his food like he didn't deserve it. But Miss Clara's warm hugs, Marcus's bad dad jokes, they cracked his walls. They got him new clothes, enrolled him in school. Jamal soaked up books like a sponge, his eyes lighting up at stories of adventure. Marcus even started digging into Jamal's past, chasing leads to find his family, though every trail seemed to dead end. One day, a faint clue an old shelter record about a woman named Lena, who'd left her baby, named Jamal, with a note promising to come back. Marcus tracked her down to a hospice, her body frail from years of sickness. When Jamal saw her, it was like time stopped. Her tired eyes lit up, and she whispered, "My boy, I never stopped loving you." They had one day together, hands clasped, stories shared, before she slipped away, peaceful at last. Jamal broke, but Marcus and Miss Clara held him tight, their arms a shield against the pain. From then on, they were family not by blood, but by something stronger. They moved to a sunny house, Miss Clara's piano filling it with music, Jamal's laughter echoing. He wasn't that scared kid anymore. Sure, some kids at school whispered, and nightmares still crept in, but Marcus taught him to stand tall, and Miss Clara's stories healed the rest. That little brick house, once just a light in the dark, became home proof that one brave act, one spark of kindness, can change everything. So what do you think? Was Jamal a hero, or did he just get lucky? How would you handle being judged like that? Drop a comment, share your story. Let's talk about what makes a community real, what makes us see each other. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories that hit you right in the feels.